The Premier of Gauteng, Panyaza Lesufi, knows very well just how difficult it is to run coalition government in the province. And he also said out of his own mouth that nationally a coalition government will be a disaster. So I'm telling you, don't think that people like Abo Panyaza, Bufikile Mbalula, Gwede Mantashe, no matter what they say, don't think that deep down in their hearts, they don't know that a coalition government is a disaster. They want to say no, but they simply don't have the power to say no. The power has been taken away from them to force them not to work with their brothers and sisters of which they know who come from the ANC, but rather look at the enemy like the IFP and the DA and say, we will make it work with them. Hi guys, let's cover Panyaza Lesufi and much more. Welcome to King Said So, Africa's one land, one language, one currency, one army on King Said So. Africans can unite. Your Pan-Africanist podcast. Enjoy.
Blackheart, the Hustle Continua. 100% good quality t-shirts, made to inspire your goals and dreams. T-shirts are now available at an affordable price. Place your order now. 068-473-6908. Instagram at Black7576. Facebook page Blackheart.
Peace in Pan-Africanism to all my African brothers and sisters from all around the world. Welcome back to King Says So. I'm your host, the King. 053 Mr. Easy Imali Eneng. And we're back at it again with another one. And this time around, we're covering Panyaza. I know you guys want me to cover the IEC. Just bumped the voters of the ANC from 6 million to 12 million. What type of miracle? What joke are we watching here? Listen, you people who watch this channel know that me and you never believed the IEC's results. We said the IEC is bought. We said the IEC is incompetent. We said the IEC officials are discriminative to other parties. We saw what happened. So listen, I'll cover that on a different topic, but it's 12 million. So the ANC got more votes than they did in 2019, according to the IEC right now. I can't believe my yay. And the Court, the Constitutional Court, is going to do nothing about this. It's going to brush it away. But anyway, I'll cover it on another video. Let's just enjoy Panyaza Lesufi quickly. The Premier, of which many people think he's capable, he's a hard worker, he's pushing. Was he at the Department of Education? Panyaza is I don't fail him for effort. He does put in a lot of effort, that man. He does work. I'm not going to stand here and pretend as if he's just a nobody that knows nothing. You understand? Unfortunately, the party you are in, Panyaza, the ANC have got this tendency to say the voters did not give us the voters have spoken, they did not give us the majority, so they are saying we must work with other parties, but they did not say work with your enemy. You can't say the voters said work with your enemy. Panyaza, come on, man. Let's quickly listen to what he said in this interview.
So what are the lessons then that should be drawn from this particular experience for the ANC and the other two political parties and the impact that has had on your electoral fortunes as the governing party? Because some people and pundits believe that even with the decision that has been taken by the ANC now in terms of who are some of those political parties that will form part of the government of national unity, is that you will find some ANC members being angry at the decision and deciding to walk.
Which is unfortunate. What do you do if voters don't agree with you? Do you stay just say we occupy opposition benches and allow very problematic institutions to run government? Sometimes you must picture a government without the ANC, Adrian. Just imagine Freedom Front running the intelligence and the army of the country. Just imagine certain political parties running certain departments. It will be chaos. It will be really unthinkable. So What the ANC had to do is to say, we respect the voice of the voters, which is something that it's there in the Freedom Charter, that the people shall govern. The Freedom Charter never said the ANC shall govern. It said the people shall govern. And what did the people say? Go and work with different political parties. And we've seized the moment because of our expertise, our talents, to say we'll be the voice and the leader of society and played that role to invite people to the negotiating table. Others didn't want to believe. And we had a tight deadline of 14 days to establish government. So we can't entertain people that have petty egos that feel that this government must be like this. When we have a tight deadline, and as a government, as a political party that respect the Constitution, and the Constitution was dictating to us that this must happen by this particular period. Now that we've got a government, I think we should just proceed and deal with these things. I'm not saying it will be perfect. There will be limitations, there will be challenges. It's something new. But it's something that the African National Congress must provide leadership on.
And listen, I've heard this over and over, even from some ANC supporters, that what did you expect the ANC to do? The ANC is put between a hard and a rock place, and they were supposed to act, and now the ANC is providing leadership like they provided leadership in 1994. This is not 1994. This is not 1994. And the ANC won the elections in 1994. It is their sell-out DNA in them that started that on 1994, that they will never leave white people outside power. Racist white people, may I add. So they continuously gave Department of Agriculture, Department of Water Affairs, like serious departments remained in white hands. You see, so it is, we can, Panyaza, picture a government without the ANC. We did not want to. We wanted the EFF, the ANC, and MK to work together. We did not want to. But right now, seeing what the ANC is capable of, now we can really picture the government of what you call of a government without the ANC. We can picture it. And you're saying you are taking the Freedom Front Plus. You guys are going to work with them. The ANC is going to work with the Freedom Front Plus. I hope you don't give them any strategic department, like you said, intelligence and the army, because but right now, as followers who are watching from a distance, there's nothing that the ANC is not capable of doing right now. Like nothing can shock us anymore. Excuse me. Nothing can shock us anymore. Nothing will shock me, Mina. If the ANC gives a deputy president to John Steenhuisen, it's not going to shock me. Not at all. Not at all. First, they said in the coalition negotiation, no party came with demands. But they gave the DA deputy speaker of parliament. That woman will be speaker of parliament very soon. In 12 months or in less than 24 months, she will be up there. She will be up there. That is what is happening here. But my problem with politicians is that they flip-flop a lot. They flip-flop a lot. And before the elections, Panyaza was not talking like this about a coalition government. He was very clear, not mixing his words, that a coalition government is a disaster. It's not working locally. It can't work anywhere else. Let's listen to what Mr. Lesufi said.
So what do you say then to coalition government? Because those who are predicting are saying we're likely to have a coalition set up.
God forbid, that's a disaster, Days.
Tell me your experience.
I preside over those, as people of Tswana. You come from Tswana.
I know. I've seen the Tswana before and after. Yeah.
And I'm not going to ask you so that I don't put, but you know the difference.
Huge.
You know the difference, Days. As people of Ekurhuleni. Coalitions, Days, are by their own definition. It's party interest above the interest of our people. And I will not encourage any form of government that comes as a coalition. I see many people promoting a coalition of moonshot. I mean, we have got 13 presidents. Or
13 potential presidents.
Yeah.
Yes.
And everyone will have an interest. Who must be ambassador? Who must be a minister? Who must be DG? 13. Do you think they will take that decision in the interest of the country? They're not. So I can tell you, if there is something that I've learned, and I'm even writing a book about, it's coalitions, the do's and don'ts of them. They are bad days.
How do we
And there are
overcome
some
them?
people who, and for example, I led the negotiations on coalition in Gauteng, and I rely on what days. People that come to a podcast, people that do interviews. Hey, this one has an interest of people at heart. Let's go and work. Yo, days.
They're different.
Bachenja.
Yo.
Bachenja. They become greedy. They become, Kore wa shota wa butis or credit card guy. That's how they are.
the company card.
So
Sure.
I don't mind any government, but if it's coalition government, I can tell you, it's going to take us backwards.
And some even say what we have in Tshwane and Ekurhuleni and other places, KZN,
Yeah.
eThekwini, is likely to be seen in national.
Yeah, that would be disastrous. I can tell you, I'll really feel pity for those that will be running that government. It's going to be very difficult. For once, it takes time, Des. You must consult everyone. So if, for example, we have to improve Alexander, there is a party that say our interest is colored communities. So if Kirege go Alexander, I don't know, why should I go Reger Park?
Yeah.
So we have to spend 2 weeks arguing Reger Park, Alexander, And then there is a CFO post. They say, no, we're not just CFO, we're not guy HOD. So it's a lot of those things that... No, it creates problems. So I would encourage that, but there are some people that believe in it. Democracy dictates that, allow them to believe in it. But where I stand, I can tell you, it is something that will really destroy our country and destroy our resources and governance that we have worked so hard up until now.
So where we're heading maybe problematic.
Yeah, unless voters ensure that.
What do you say to those that are upset and angry at ANC and say their lived experiences as a result of the ANC?
Well, they have the right to. But what?
Did you guys hear that? Panyaza says, God forbid, coalition government is a disaster. It's not a disaster when a brother is working with a brother. But if a brother leaves his brother to go and work with the enemy, it's going to be a disaster, for sure. He says he will not encourage a coalition government in any way, shape, or form. Because they know from experience. Because remember, the provincial and municipal coalitions were spiting each other. It was, I'm going to show you that we can take you out. I'm going to show you that we can vote you out. The people's needs and cries were put aside, and there was political egos working against each other. When we talk about metros and all of that, it was just, we will show you that we can take you out. So that is the experience of Panyaza. Panyaza knows this very well. But now, on a national level, remember, if guys, it's gonna be fire on the national level. If it was predominantly parties of the left, we would have not been saying this, because we know somewhere, somehow, whatever decision they're gonna take, it's going to be for the interest of the people. But now here, you are forced to work with the DA. You are forced to work with the DA that disagrees with almost everything that you do, fundamentally, principle, like there's ideologically, so there's nothing that the ANC can say, okay, but on this point, we agree with the DA. Even building just a road, just to build a road, they're going to fight on which constructor to employ. They're going to fight with a lot of things, the ANC and the DA. And today, our politicians are cutting corners, flip-flopping, and say, but we've got the footage, guys. We've got to be careful what you say on cam. Be careful what you say on cam. It's going to come back to bite you. It's going to come back to bite you for sure. So, I don't know. I'm just I'm just flabbergasted by the IEC taking the numbers to 12 million. 12 million IEC. Man, who's pressing this? Who's pressing these computers at the IEC? Who? SS. And me, being the person that I am, I deleted most of my footages, my my research material of back in the voting times. Oh, how am I going to retrieve that? Because I want to show you guys. But anyway, we'll make a plan. We'll make a plan. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Please go and follow African Mojolo with your boy King. More content coming very soon. Very soon. This week we are flowing with content. Until we meet next time, don't forget to pray. After you pray, stand up, African child. Do your best so that God can do the rest. Peace in Pan-Africanism. I salute you.